testando. Começando a parte 3.
By the way, I never met that Orlin girl before in my life.
What? Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered. What I find interesting is how you handled him. You really had him at a loss when you let him go. Me too, for that matter. Don't get me wrong, I'm impressed. Not many in your position would have let him walk away. Things aren't always that clear, especially when you're staring down a man who tried to send you back to the wheel. But I like your certainty. Why'd you do it? I suppose that's appropriate, coming from a scholar. I'm afraid we haven't seen the last of this conflict, though. Eagwolf isn't the only hothead in the Living Lands, and he's certainly not the only one with his hackles up about all you Adira newcomers. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse. No doubt. The whole of Paradise used to be a lot more like the Sparrowhawks' territory, if you can believe it. More freedom, but more bodies in the streets, too. Your ambassador and the rest of the Adiran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Adiran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodaka herself. Mine, too. I understand discipline, but you've got to know when to give. It remains to be seen whether Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig are rowing in the same direction. But I fear there's trouble on the horizon, especially if the Steel Garrote's tactics win out. Nice to know I'm in good company. Just thinking about Claviger Amon. I let him down. I've let a few people down over the years. But I did promise someone once that I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts. Feelings mutual. It's nice to share a campfire again. I think that's enough doom and gloom for one night, don't you? Sleep easy, Envoy. As best you can. I'll be here if you need me.
Agora é o anão.
Mark.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you.
Vários.
And since you set them free, you get to deal with them again sometime in the future. Putting trust in the gods is like wearing a blindfold in a dark room. You can't see, but there wasn't any light anyway. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Anyway. Companions? It's just Kai, isn't it? As you know, Kai and I have worked together in the past. It's a blessed miracle he never got me killed. Honestly, he's a good guy. A bit too quick to ask questions for my taste, but... Kai's good enough. Tell him I said that I'll cut a hole in your water skins. Right. What do you want to know? Let's see. Normally you look for some shelter first. Cut down a few small trees, gather moss to keep the wind out. Nothing too elaborate. With so little tree cover, you want to keep moving. The reeds near the coast make great fibers for rope, so you can lash branches together and make a decent roof. Of course, we're always moving, so we just make a quick camp and carry on. So you don't have to worry about all that. Heard an envoy from Adir showed up and got herself killed. Other than that, nothing. Honestly, I don't listen out for gossip much. I don't know what to tell you. Lovely place, as the Living Lands goes. I advise most people to stay around here if they're looking to settle. Paradise isn't the safest place in the world, but it is the safest place in the lands. Walls and guards go a long way out here. Other than that, you've got bits of forest, grassland, some caves, cliffs, and all sorts of things to get you into trouble. This is the easiest place to survive in the Living Lands.
Yes, eu acho que não vai ter nada interessante pra conversar, não.
Right. Good talk.
Aqui não tá no máximo, não? Vou colocar isso. Ponto. Vai esse então mesmo.
You feeling okay? Seems like you were having a strange dream the other night. A cup of tea might help you sleep. Unless you need a nip of something stronger.
Tá bom. E aí, Bruno? Boa tarde.
Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before.
Até agora tá bom esse jogo.
Our roots entwine, but we cannot linger here long. We must know. A killer freed, a predator returned to the woods. He bled and forgave.
Daí pra quem curte bastante história, porque tem bastante conversa.
Should he not suffer for your pain? Compassion for the snake. He killed our beloved. Our weeds tangled. This is not our way. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive. We bide our time. We wait. Wake now. We have tending to do.
Pelo jeito, toda vez que for pra um acampamento vai ter essa conversa. Pulou demais. Quase. Salvar que teve muita conversa. É péssimo.
can turn back at any moment. Nothing of value would be lost.
Vill
What's
du?
happened to you? I've seen you enter an ogre's den with less reluctance.
That wasn't me. It was. How am I? Be careful, godlike. Runid has such power. God, such terrifying power. You should be. Well, she told me such terrible things. I was a wicked person in my last life. Evil to the core. So many dead. By my hands. What do I do, though? Find the descendants of those... I can't even say it. Look, I just want to go back home. To the farm. How can I possibly face anyone now? Knowing what I know. I keep telling myself that that person, that murderer isn't me, but they were. They are. I suppose you have a point. Thank you. I think... Oh,
Ja.
make sure to toss a coin into the pond behind the Watcher's home after your reading. Why, it's tradition. Rooney doesn't accept payment for her readings. So this is what people do.
I don't accept payment for my advice either. You can just throw your coins at my feet.
What you do is your decision, but... you have been warned.
Ja.
Step closer,
Yes.
godlike. If it is a watcher you seek, then a watcher you have found.
This is giving me the shakes. Right, maybe I'll stand outside.
Why have you come to me, godlike? The echo of a past life, mayhaps. Common enough for one who has so recently died.
Word travels fast.
Let's have a look at you then. You who came to these shores on a royal errand. You who have died and returned. To open the door to your soul, we must first open a door to your mind. Now repeat after me. I stand on the shore between here and beyond. Very good. Spoken with conviction. I dip my toe into bottomless depths. The lake is a mirror. The mirror is a door. And the door stands open.
A door? A garden gate?
Impossible. Someone is here with us? How? Who are you? What are you? Show me what you are.
A hand knocks on our bark. Do we answer? How can they see?
What is this I hear? Old and forgotten. Echoes of echoes. An uninvited passenger?
Now she's hearing voices. Great. Is that gonna cost us extra or something?
Curious. Something clings to your soul. Felt, but unseen.
Voices. Echoes in the placid lake. shelter the seed from winter? Who reaches for our bars? Who speaks?
Enough! I have seen into your soul, and hereby close that which was open. The door is shut, the reading finished. Well, that was truly unexpected. I am pleased to report I made contact with your soul, and then with something I cannot name. First, the good news. Not only is your soul healthy, it is strong, powerful. Strange for one who so recently died. Death leaves a scar, but you are unmarked. Instead of passing through the beyond, your soul was nurtured, protected, caged.
Soft. The shell cushions the egg.
You only live because someone would not permit you to die. But I wonder, who? Perhaps. But when they offer a second chance at life, it is never free of charge. It has been years since I met a godlike. Their souls have a sonorous quality, like the music of a bell. A godlike soul sings together with the god that has claimed them, made them their own. It gives them power. Your soul, it has no chime. In its place, a thorn jabs at your essence, working its way to the surface. One cannot remove something so deeply entwined with their nature. Not entirely.
Deny the heart. Air is not air.
I told you the good news. Now comes the bad, or the unusual. When you came into this life, a thorn pierced the fabric of your soul, and your soul grew around it, trapping and embracing the invader. A godlike's time is a gift, a blessing. But a godlike's thorn? That may be a curse. We know that a god touched you at birth, but which one and why? They always signed their work, and none of them lay claim to you. Disturbing. Terrible. There are so few godlike remaining, and you are a stranger even among your own kind. I promised you no answers, godlike. Only the gift of my sight. I wish I could tell you that everything will work out in your favor. But the wheel turns by a merciless hand. One word of advice. When you find a pillar of Atra, commune with it. Atra has a strong link to the beyond. Before we close, have you any final questions? Marius, I see terrible pain and the strength of will it takes to conceal it. I see jagged, self-inflicted scars.
Right. I could see that too if I don't get out of here soon.
As you understand the word, yes. You fell into death, and a guiding hand lifted you back onto your feet.
That guiding hand, whatever it is, must be what brought you back to life at Liviana's.
Your soul is healthy, but it is also a mystery beyond my sight. Kai, your soul is heavy, burdened, yet something is missing. Something not easily replaced.
Hey, we don't need to make this all about me.
For us both,
Pronto, terminou
I
a conversa.
assure you.
Glad someone got something out of this.
Safe travels, Godlike, and thank you for the glimpse at your wonderful soul. I will pray that your next turning of the wheel is uneventful. Until then, you are bound to live a rich and complicated life.
Did you get any of that? That just sounded
Volte
like
o
a hot
conversador.
breeze to me.
This kind of thing makes my skin prickle. Let's get out of here.
Vamos dar uma olhada aqui. Pelo jeito aqui não é um vilarejo não, só tem uma ou duas casas. Os ursos. Aqui não tem checkpoint de viagem. Essa é. Cadê a missão? É essa então. Pronto.
Tell me you brought good news. Oh, Envoy, you return. And you brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Adiran who isn't trying to goad me into a fight.
What of these rebels? The streets are full of rumors, but your word is the only one I trust.
Mentir?
What? How could you let this happen?
Eu assumo o BO.
You're damn right it is. We needed to answer this challenge with blood. Don't you see what this will do to our credibility? Thanks to you, these rebels will continue to undermine our work in the Living Lands without resistance or fear. Worse still, now everyone knows our flank is exposed. Oh my gods, Ludwig is going to eat us alive. If you knew how she punishes failure, you wouldn't be so quick to dismiss her. There's nothing to be done. All we can do is brace for the inevitable, though it may damn us in the end. Oh, yes, that. I'm sending you to Fior Messi Verno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald Stair. The Animancers may have some knowledge of the Dream Scourge already. Learn whatever you can from them.
Vai, quinta opção mesmo.
Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. I'm told he's barely keeping the community in order. Seek him out if you need direction. Good hunting, envoy.
Algum imprevisto? Esse, pelo jeito, tem uma armadura pesada. Que é isso?
Hildegard,
Isso daí que é
why is
Inquisidor?
it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No, strangling light. Keep her away.
Ooh, that
Daí
doesn't
que,
sound
que
good.
foi queimada.
Inquisitor Ludwig. So kind of you to join us.
A rainha, sei lá o quê.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island is coming apart at the seams.
Deve
Stay
ser se eu
your
estiver
wrath.
confundindo personagens.
Allow me to present the Adiran envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
At least someone remembers their manners. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence. You busy yourself with the Dream Scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me. Even if that were to happen, the living will replace the dead. We will ship them in by the hundreds to
Tá
fill
nem aí com os caras que
empty
morreram.
houses.
Gods, Ludwig.
I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The living lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Now, the envoy's killer roams free, unpunished, spreading
Falta
word
aquele matar o
of
cara.
our ineptitude.
The blame is mine, and mine alone.
He's got more backbone than I would have thought.
We should be better than this. Leading by example. This island has seen nothing but us at our weakest. What say you?
Vamos tentar a primeira opção mesmo.
I've been saying this all along. But his solution was to go over my head, to summon help from across the known world.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the envoy to the Animancers of Emerald Stair.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have conquered. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition even as they dig their own graves.
At least one of us hasn't abandoned hope. Clearly, I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break the frontier on my own terms. You are free to disagree with my methods, but you cannot stop me. As for you, Envoy, farewell.
Daí vai dar dor de cabeça. Acho que futuramente.
She is going to be a problem.
Se tivesse mais percepção, dava pra usar outra opção de diálogo. Ou determinação.
Oh, that was nothing. Ludwine already despises me. You deserve a sporting chance to avoid her wrath. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more than enough for us to chew on, at least for now. Oh, before I forget, Liviana gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animanters and Adirians don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad unhinged. Easier said than done these days.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on
Então vai
top
pra
of everything
próxima área.
else.
Should you cross
Tentar fazer umas
paths with
missões
Ludwig?
secundárias antes de sair daqui.
Well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stair is beautiful this time of year.
We can head to the Eastern Gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord.
Bom, aí tem uma secundária aqui do lado, cadê?
Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs. Is that the lady who brought you back from the dead? Teach, the ambassador's secretary. He told me you got sniped the second you walked through the gate. Thwack! I couldn't believe it. I mean, talk about getting off on the wrong foot. Anyway, don't worry about me. Sawbones is going to escort me to the clinic any minute. And I'm not exactly in a hurry to see him. Not until I get help from my brother.
If Adir's medics are anything like Rawatai's, we'll hear your screams from 3 blocks away.
Oh, good. That'll be a lot of fun for everyone. My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and
O tempo
traps.
tá quente pra caramba
guards.
também.
What else? Floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. No place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy. Gods, do you mean it? I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin.
Prestar atenção no
Let her
detalhe
know
pra
I sent
saber
you.
onde que tá o
She'll let you pass.
objetivo.
You know, when I heard the envoy was a godlike, I thought you'd be more... Actually, forget it. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, envoy.
fazer essa missão. Vamos tentar fazer essa e ver o que vai mostrar. Olhando assim, talvez aqui seja mais próximo. Para baixo. Foi demais. Ainda foi pro lado que tá os juntos.
Let's see what you got. Nice. Take a moment, people.
É, eu acho que sobe ali. Salvar antes de avançar para não correr o risco de morrer e voltar lá para a cidade.
No. Nope. I am not going in there unless you swear not to run off without me.
He's faster than he looks, and dead-eye with that crossbow. So, listen.
One for you!
Quinta ataca.
Watch the left. Look left. One moment. Got a better weapon.
Vai. Troca de arma logo de uma vez. Vai.
Time to rally. Nice shot.
Esse morreu.
Didn't stand a chance. Left. Hey, on your right.
Who's ready for more?
Armas únicas. Daí tá bugado esse mesmo. Vai ter que passar por ali. É por aqui. É, esse jogo tá bonito.
Ice right. Oh, next one's mine. Ah. Come and get me!
Be sick!
To your left.
Parece lagarto.
To your left.
Tem mais coisa? Ah, tem um pilar de viagem rápida. Ativo. Deve estar ativado já.
Here. This is the path Offred told us about.
Deve ser esses caras.
If you traveled weeks to see him, you can wait a few more days.
Vamos examinar primeiro.
You would not be so glib if your family's souls were crying out for justice.
Some trusty old priest. The Temple of Aethys is closed. Ugh, I don't
Uma
know why
tampinha, uma
everyone in the
gigante.
living land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home because the goddamn temple is closed. The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure, until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum.
Vamos continuar a conversa com ela.
Yada, the expedition leader, told me it was the Inquisitor who tipped her off to this place. I guess Ludwig had squeezed the information out of some rebels she was interrogating.
A lot of that going around lately.
The old godlike who maintains the temple is supposed to have some kind of relic belonging to Aethys.
And given the Stilgarot's particular allegiances, yeah. Okay, I see the through line. I gotta say, I'm surprised there's still a temple to Aethys standing after the Saints' War. But there's no accounting for taste.
You will let her go and not me. I see.
Who said I was letting her go? Well, my orders say no one.
Hikera. Yes. Tell the envoy about your precious orders. I could recite them in my sleep.
É embaixador então? Quer dizer, embaixador.
Right. Sorry, envoy. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They planned for a day's journey, but they've been gone for more than 3. Something must have held them up. Our freak mentioned traps and earthquakes and...
The Oracle who maintains the temple is a godlike of Aethys, so there is no telling what he is capable of.
They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so
Na
be on your
verdade, não é
guard.
humana, não. É uma
And
outra raça
envoy,
esquisita.
thanks. I know our freak will appreciate you looking into this. Hey, good luck out there.
Pronto. Aqui vai ser uma dungeon, então. Vai ter largato ou vai ser humano?
Right behind you.
get this thing stone.
Tá quase, mano. Vai não. Tem um arco e festa também.
Something tells me those weren't the last walking skeletons we'll be fighting.
Pessoal, 1000 dinheiro tinha aparecido pra fora isso. Mais uma arma. Peguei umas armas únicas, eu nem olhei do que é. Uma mão. Ela tem dano de fogo? Só que tem que dar uma melhorada. Mais fraco que o meu maçã. Isso daqui é 2 mãos. Esse é o machado que eu tava. Vai ter que entrar aqui mesmo.
Gods, I've never seen anything like it.
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
A voz de novo?
Tripwire's broken. I bet Offric's people came through here.
Look at that. That statue. How did anyone build that all the way down?
Gods, no one knew that was down here.
Oh.
Rituals, whispers of secret.
Zards. What a sneak of fire.
Eu que tô muito forte pra só danos e os inimigos que tá forte.
We got them all. Right behind you.
Quase. O anão foi rápido. O anão não, os dois que ele foi rápido. Não entra na frente, cara. Não é granada, não? Bomba de fogo. Do que tá? Ah, não tem granada. Isso é explosivo que tem. Pensei que tinha granada. Vou ter que voltar pra lá. Ah, tem uma passagem.
Hold it together, kid. We're nearly there.
Sobe. É esse que estão perdidos? Ou o único que sobrou?
I got to be dreaming. Oh, gods, am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Galloway's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair.
Vamos usar o toque do sonho mesmo.
Oh, that's the creepiest sensation I ever felt in my life. Like vines were growing all through me.
Vamos economizar poção.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down
Esse jogo
here?
eu tô jogando pelo Game Pass. Eu assinei o Game Pass pra jogar esse jogo. Game Pass Ultimate.
He actually made it. I wasn't sure he'd come through. And he sent the Emperor's fucking envoy. Damn. Am I ever glad to meet you?
Focus. The free expedition score. Where are they?
Right. Those assholes. They went on without me after
Se o
I got hurt.
tempo não ficar
We'll
ruim,
come
vai ter
back
mais ou
for you
menos
once we've got the relic,
a mesma duração de ontem.
honest. Horseshit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell our freak how she
O tempo
abandoned
tá
me.
aqui ameaçando dissolver
All
e não
she
sobe.
cares
Já
about
faz
is that
mais de uma
oracle and
hora.
his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. It's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue. You must have seen it on your way in. He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here. It's a lucky thing you found me then. Right, yeah. Got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
Pronto. É opcional. O oráculo é o B.
Seems like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand. Maybe one of Liana's girls will too.
He's gonna have a hard time getting out of here, but at least we gave him a fighting chance.
Troca de arma. Pega. Apertei o botão já. Você tava aqui embaixo, não tava atacando o cara?
Someone's up ahead. Keep your eyes open.
Salva.
My sister.
Isso que é o lugar?
Can it be? Come. It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargamas, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space? An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Right. Maps, ropes, pitons, rugged boots, water for days, people down here looking for stuff.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here? The splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss. It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
Right. Here it comes.
You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way.
Uma coisa vai estar ligada à outra.
I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, sister.
Vamos examinar aqui também. Já tá aqui mesmo. Essa escalada tá me lembrando da Airlight. Ficar pulando de um lugar pro outro. Agora tem que vir para que lado que eu disse.
Roots clogging up this tunnel. Almost like they're reaching for something.
I see light.
Não tava no planejamento cair, mas...
Nice work.
Vai. A impressão que ela se incendiou. Cadê o livro? Vamos só examinar. Talvez seja coletável. Eu não vou ter texto nenhum. Fazer conquista de coletável. Vai. Vai pegar não.
Never knew there were little houses there.
Salva.
Then again, I never needed to come down here before, so there's that. Come and get me. You're mine. Nice shot.
Mais barato isso daí? Tá vivo ainda?
Let's see what you got.
aí. Aqui é um mago.
Nuts. What are we dealing with here?
Thorns beside violets, essence twisted out of shape. Repose, a
Vai ter alguma
pulse
coisa.
beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
Não, tô voltando.
Big tree, pretty ruins. Don't let it fool you. Keep your guard up.
There's the relic. Can't be as easy as just grabbing it, can it?
Right.
Coletar
I
do
haven't been
outro
in
lado.
a lot of ancient ruins, but you don't have to be an expert tomb robber to think this is probably a trap.
A false idol. It waits.
Something's moving in the main chamber.
We'd better get moving too.
É isso que é abrir aquilo lá?
Right flank.
Vamos pra dentro. Não. Vamos vazar daqui. O que veio agora? Tá morto.
Coming to your right. Look to your left.
Ah, olha aí. O mago.
That ought to be all.
Pronto, tá tudo
right?
morto.
Everyone okay?
Só coletar as coisas. Barrado por alguma coisa que eu nem faço ideia.
You take it. No one said anything about tight spaces.
Here they come.
Pronto, tá aberto.
Way out must have flooded during that earthquake. Blasted ruins.
Well, better a flood than a cave-in.
Vou fazer tudo. Ah, caiu. Subir não é pra derrapar, não. É do outro lado mesmo. tá de palhaçada.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place? Even the flood could
Sei isso.
fealty or sickness.
There you are. You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Aethys? Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Aethys's body. He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me through it. He speaks to me no longer, but I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as I do. If I am correct, when it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Ardra will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. He will finally begin the work of making right all the wrong he has done. All that is left is for you to place the splinter into the statue's chest. Will you do it? Thank you. Once you have placed the splinter into the statue, power my devices just over there. Together, we will observe the results.
É aqui então. Salva.
There we are. Now, fill the statue with essence. Do me the honor of pulling the lever. Just there. And my lord will return to face justice.
Vamos ver o que vai acontecer.
Moment. My god Aethys, are you there? No! It's not working! Something is wrong.
Ele é o B?
My lord Aethys has not returned. Something is missing from my design. Something I did not account for. It must be the chime. Without its ringing, he cannot hear the statue's call. My sister, will you join my holy work and lend your chime to the cause? No. This statue, its purpose, it has been the sole focus of my every waking moment from the instant Aethys left the world. The elaborate construction you see around us was not my original intent. It came with time.
All the result of many tests and many failures. Precisely. It seemed I was always a hair's breadth from success. Iron, blood, oil, ardra, essence.
Vai ter vários
Now,
fracassos
the
para
relic,
acertar alguma vez.
the very body of a god. You see, there is always another parameter to adjust. But I believe success is near at hand. And you, rare and perfect you will be my last.
Vou colocar a alma na estátua?
You understand this will be fatal to your mortal frame.
What are you doing? This is a ploy, right? Blink twice if you want me to shank him while his back's turned.
Well, Kai, looks like you're the new envoy now. The old ones lost their resundant mind.
They don't understand the bond between the gods and their children. They don't understand the glory that awaits you.
Come on, we can run for it. He's hundreds of years old. He can't be that fast.
Right. Slowly turn toward the exit, and then just run. No way that old Kamayu can follow us.
They are frightened. But you are steadfast.
Vamos levar até as
If you
últimas
are the
consequências para ver
person I
o que vai
believe
dar.
you to be, go. Stand upon the dais and prepare to meet my God. Day comes soon. Prepare for the dawn. Nothing is hidden from our reach.
Don't do this, envoy. You don't need to die here.
Come on. You don't have to do this.
Hold still now. You are about to be part of something in.
Eu orei, morreu mesmo. Não, vale uma conquista.
Day comes soon. Prepare for the dawn. Nothing is hidden
Você tá
from
pra que
our
lado?
reach.
Don't do this, envoy. You don't need to die here.
Come on. You don't have to do this.
Tá do outro lado, você.
Something's not right here. Take a look around.
Ah, aqui os caras que estão mortos.
Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here?
They didn't come the same way we did. I'll remind you, we had to swim here. And look, there's no way these people died of natural causes. Murder usually leaves a mark.
It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed.
Well, he wasn't planning to eat them. Meat's already spoiled.
You think he's a cannibal?
Don't act so offended. People do all sorts of things to survive. I'm just trying to rule it out.
So you don't like animancy, but you're fine with eating people.
No, Nim, dude, I'm not. But there's a lot of things I'd do if it was the only way to stay alive.
All right, here's another idea. Could he be building a giant animat?
Do I even want to know what an animat is?
An animancer could explain it better, but they're basically suits of armor brought to life by bound souls.
Right. I knew I didn't want to know.
The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right? Whatever the Oracle has planned for that relic, and for us, it can't be good, Envoy. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Pronto. Cadê ele? Ah, tá no canto.
Stand beneath my machinery, if you please.
Esquece. Comum. Mandar as armas repetidas pro baú. Antes que comece a fazer excesso de peso. É o nome da missão mesmo? Olha com off. Aqui deve servir. Lá de fora.
Hey, it's the envoy.
Envoy, hey!
I swear, I owe you the world.
I owe her the world. She saved my life, remember?
Yeah, you only told me about 100 times.
Hey, where's Yeda? Is everyone else on their way? No.
Oh, gods. Does she mean...
They didn't make it, Ulfric.
Morreu.
I'm sorry.
But you saved Cadman. You couldn't save them? Or you didn't try?
What happened?
What?
Right. So it could have been worse.
They probably went quickly, if that helps.
I can't understand this.
Hey, Ulfric, hey, listen. We always knew that was a risk, right? And we told ourselves.
Better to go out at the bottom of the world or the top. And dying in bed like Granda, asking what if.
Did you avenge them? Is the Oracle dead?
You know what? Don't ask.
At least they got justice.
And I got my brother back.
Don't be a baby. You would have been fine without me.
What I mean to say is, we're grateful, Envoy.
Gods, you're telling me? I was half dead by the time you found me. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to give you this. It belonged to our grandfather. He'd always wanted to join the Corps, but life got in the way. When we were recruiting, he gave it to us to remind us to live well.
Well, I'm sure you've got big Envoy things to do.
I don't know if you heard, but there's a plague on and everything.
If you're ever in High Crown, look us up.
Yeah, we can drink to the Corps together.
I wish things had turned out better for the rest of their crew, but I'm glad they made it.
These two will be just fine. I'm sure of it.
One of them may even get a happy ending.
Tem algumas secundárias, mas eu vou voltar pra campanha. Travou o jogo? O que foi? Método Animance. Vai depois esse ponto de viagem rápida. Descendo.
That cartographer mentioned this spot in their letter. Let's take a look around.
Tem alguma coisa aqui? Ó?
Looks like that broke off.
É item de missão.
Wonder where it goes.
Vou catar alguma coisa no aleatório. Tá marcando mais alguma coisa, mas... Vamos dar uma examinada melhor. A não ser que tenha algo lá pra cima.
That's another piece of that Woodaka totem.
Vamos vazar daqui. Salva.
Whatever's grown over that Audra doesn't look natural.
Pelo jeito foi aqui. Vamos dar uma examinada antes do lado de fora. Tem uma cidade aqui. Ah, ela é péssima mesmo. Não é no buraco não.
Envoy. I speak for Paradise. That is all you need to know.
Careful, he could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
After what you've done, you cannot imagine we would ignore you. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this. We deem you worthy. This time, we trust you will remember our gratitude.
Isso aqui é quem tá na porrada. Tamanho da ponte.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're looking at stair. Business or pleasure? Well, just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwine barged past me. She was looking none too pleased. Good advice. Since she arrived, there's been a spike in disappearances. And I don't want to be one of them. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwine's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
So Ludwig's somewhere out there doing
Tá,
who
no
knows
momento só
what.
recrutei só esses dois
Wonderful.
compênios.
Given how angry
Tinha
she
daqueles
was
provisórios
about
do começo do
Wolf,
jogo.
probably best we give her a wide berth.
You're cleared to pass, envoy.
Ah. Na travessia manual. É.
And
Travessia
Sam
por
said we're
carregamento.
leaving
Então.
Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed you is going to try again.
It's what most of us come here for. I only wish more of us really got one. Unfortunately, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense
Pelo que eu ouvi
Adiran
falar, esse jogo
soldiers.
tem mais de 40 horas de duração.
Oh, I hear you. Unfortunately, if you're marching shoulder to shoulder, some of their stink is bound to rub off on you.
I don't like that Ludwig woman. She gives me the freakus.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. And that's gonna mean trouble for everyone around them before long.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend
A arma
reviving
de
you a
fogo acho que só
second
usei
time.
umas 2 vezes. só.
Are you listening to that
Yeah.
friend when you
Acho
go
que
all
nem
blank-eyed
compensa.
from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? Well, maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know is coming.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers,
Vamos ver se vai aparecer
you
algum
two are
compênio
on
novo
your
nessa
own.
região.
Fair enough, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome. Hilgard's already brought your homeland's prohibitions against animancy to Paradise.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is
Personagem, parece que eu ouvi falar que vai até
an
o nível
interesting
30.
place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches. All surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
They're an eccentric bunch. You'll see. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops. Hopefully there's nothing to that. But if there is, we'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emostere, there's something I've been putting off.
No momento eu ouvi falar,
An old
parece que
friend
esse jogo não
from
tem
my
new
time
game
in
mais.
Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama.
O Dragon Age,
He,
se algum
he
dia sair
passed
o
a
new
while
game mais, eu vou
ago,
voltar.
but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in
No
Emerald
caso,
Stair
o Barry
anyway,
Guard.
you won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines.
Pronto. Terminou de falar ainda, não?
This is the living lands. Getting out of bed in the morning gets complicated.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy. That's the spirit. What about you, Marius? What's next?
I have, you know, things to do back in Paradise. Yep, keeps me plenty busy.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while,
Ele vai
and
sair do
Envoy's
grupo,
never
não?
been. Know any good guides we could hire?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
Yeah. Who else is going to show us which mushrooms we can eat and which ones want to eat us?
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdude. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Pronto, deu.
Good to
Não
have
vai
you
ficar
with
no-
us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the
Mas-
hugging rule.
Encantamento e armas únicas. Com certeza no acampamento. É aqui que melhora as armas únicas. Esse encantamento. Nada de graça. Acho que é a única também que eu tenho. Eu não vou usar muito pra defesa, então tem que se matar. Só isso que dá pra fazer. Vamos ver, cadê a adaga? Se ela ficar boa, eu começo a usar ela depois. Tá melhor que a minha arma. Vamos ver se o livro dá pra melhorar. Faltou conteúdo. Acabou os recursos. Não teve conversa com a voz dessa vez? daqui lança bola de fogo, isso daqui é o básico que tu usa. E pega no começo do jogo. Isso daqui é tudo de fogo. Ah. Agora tem uma arma de fogo. Compensa usar.
She could use our help.
Eu devia ter salvado. Tá atacando. Já caiu. Não, é pra ver aqui também. Eu vou com vamos ver o que tem pra comer.
Don't get too comfortable. More are on the way.
Hey! Over here! On your
Tá pego, vai acabar morrendo.
Nice shot! Come and get me! One moment. You're not looking good. I'm
Vai.
fading.
Vai a vida logo de uma vez.
Stay down.
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
Pelos jeitos veio pro sol
A
tudo.
mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you?
Mais uma raça esquisita.
Don't take that tone with me, darling. There's a beautiful vase right in those ruins that I cannot reach. And as sharp as my wits are, they're a poor substitute for a ladder. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned. There's a vase in this ruin that's too high for me to reach. Fetch it for me. I can pay you in skates if you do. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there.
Os inimigos dessa região tá
Once you've
forte.
got it, look me up. Yahtzee, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces
Devo ter
that
pegado
don't
uma
require going into
secundária.
some ancient ruins. No one listens to me.
lá do outro lado. Vamos ver qual que é o nível de dificuldade que está esse pedaço. Tá marcado que é 3, a da missão. Não, tinha uma missão para fazer de companhia. Tem uma missão que nem está indicando.
Right behind you.
Só espero que ele não comece a pegar fogo quando for bater junto.
Let's go. Show me what you got. Right flank. Next one's mine. Another down.
Dano de fogo é uma beleza, mas o bicho é perigoso pra caramba.
Everybody all right?
Deixa eu botar o lugar. Ela deve estar aqui do lado, deve estar. Cuidado com ela. Ou ela não ficou aqui. Não, tá aqui.
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully, you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, mean dude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you. Of course I can. Are you a wizard as well? Remarkable. An Adiran godlike wizard. You're nearly as fascinating as this godless vase. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I've a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
Well, that's something I hope never happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare if she changes her mind.
Here we go.
Nice!
Vai.
Kill yourself.
Merda.
Another glorious battle.
A espada longa também.
Granted, I don't come...
Envoy? Pure Messy Verno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go. I don't know about all that. They decided to settle in a hostile forest and use animancy to conquer it. We might get there and find that these people aren't as ready and willing to help you as you hope they are. Yeah. Looking forward to dragging you people through Emerald Stair. On the distant chance Fjord will be feeling generous with their time. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said almost. Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject. You too.
Pronto.
Listen, Kai, I need you to stalk like a cat, not stomp around like a battle dog.
My training...
Pensei melhor alguma coisa? Não tem mais nada pra mexer aqui não. Tem nem material. Nem material não tem pra mexer aqui.
A lot bigger on stomping than stalking, unfortunately.
Right, and I got cooking lessons in Solace, but you don't see me make...
Saiu do acampamento.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear. For us. For you. Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke, we recall. You are not safe with her. A false sheep. Light drowning out the shadows lurking within. But the old scars do not lie. We burned once. Burned. We know. Burrow for warmth, but the hawk circles outside the den. Steer clear of the scourging
Vai falar pro
fire,
Enigma.
or extinguish it. No recourse but teeth. The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen. Have care. Have care.
Pronto. Eu vou salvar e vou no banheiro. Voltando.
Oh, no, you don't.
Isso é o pior.
Let's see what you got. Need a better weapon. Quit moving.
Calma aí, 2 de uma vez.
Everyone okay?
O outro virou pó.
As if people weren't hungry enough.
Aqui
I
tem um
don't see
vilarejo.
what's the problem.
If you can't see it, I doubt I can explain it to you.
Tell me another solution that would be half as efficient as that.
Outro de viagem rápida agora.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said that would be great.
You know what I said. We have so much to
Pelo jeito é subindo. Cogumelo perigoso. Botei errado.
I really don't think you can deny that everything wrong in Fior obviously comes from using animancy.
We don't use it.
You showed up at a bad time.
Mais uma cidade.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. As am I, in a way. Forgive me. I'm Captain Alfir, captain in the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. If their experiments are affecting Adiran interests, this is our business. And when the time comes, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of those interests. We all have our part to play, Envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Come on. My invention is guaranteed.
Vai ter algumas missões secundárias aqui. Na parte de cima.
What's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The dream scourge is laying waste to our home.
There's no dream scourge in Emerald Stay.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
Calma aí.
One job that I could... Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been? Not everyone has the Ranger Captain breathing down their
Pegar
neck.
essa missão aí. Okay.
I don't
Aí eu
mean
vou
that.
voltar para principal.
I have a lot on my plate. Merla, I'd pay anything at this point. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here. Brasilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once. But since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to... That's a delicate way to put it.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nemdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
Tá, tem um monte dessas adagas.
Done? The Bly thinks I ought to give up farming and leave Emerald Stare.
O principal tá desse lado.
How can you ignore what's
He
right in
cares.
front of you? The dream scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just we don't see many of your kind.
Vou ver se eu
anymore.
descubro como é que faz o personagem
Maybe
aparecer.
you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure she didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around.
Talvez
And now
no
I
final
don't
de
even
semana jogue
recognize
pouco
it. First came the
Serie e o
invasive
Rogue para
species,
fazer algumas
roots
conquistas.
and mycelium growing
farm.
overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms. Indeed. We were fighting the Dream Scourge before it even had a name. I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
As usual, Giatta never misses a chance to slander me. But don't ignore her concerns, only her methods.
And you still do nothing. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. I see you're unfamiliar with
Deve ser com
animals.
pena isso daí que apareceu
You
essa
don't
mulher.
appreciate just how dangerous that could be. Are you going to tell her about your family's basement? Or should I?
Dare you use that against me?
Se for com pena, eu vou levar ela no lugar do anão.
But look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
Expulsaram ela.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
I'll find us another bedroom.
A casa dela fica pro leste. ser descer.
That did not go as I had planned. I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. Because they're cowards. To them, I'm just a cautionary tale. A fallen animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone. Most of us would be better off without tyrannical bureaucrats. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
Tô achando que ela deve ser maga.
In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
We will set aside our differences for the greater good, won't we, Giata?
Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Indeed. Some of my colleagues would fight me for the opportunity to study you. I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... Of course. Excuse me, it's been a long day. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. Glad to hear it. Your education should come in handy. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fior. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. No one ever achieved the impossible without being a little unhinged. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Vamos ver, o A tá aqui perto.
Careful! Or we'll get thrown out of the pond.
Confounded machine.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop. Giada, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked. Ha! A novel idea, that. What I need is a stronger power source. Grimoires can hold intense power, but not for long. Besides, grimoires require a wizard to draw in essence. It's too dangerous at this scale. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove.
Vou ter que ir num bosque.
Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgon queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgon in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delamgon queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards. Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
If you can convince
Vai ser igual
her
na
to
outra
hand it
cidade.
over, I'll be more than
Vai
impressed.
ser 3 etapas.
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment, amica.
Vamos atrás do Basin. Depois eu vejo para que lado que eu vou. Ia ter que fazer viagem rápida do mesmo jeito.
They say he's still there.
This is one of the Living Land's main export hubs.
I don't think it's
It
fair.
used to be.
The great mystery is...
Remy, look what I found.
Vamos ver o que é
A
essa.
genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend? Remy, take a note. The endangered godlike shows all the classic indicators of intelligence, but not of sentience. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giata must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giata needs to finish her research. Deal?
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go round the wheel, you might not get so lucky. Ooh, good answer.
My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us? So, you believe we need your help. Interesting.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone? Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giata wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Começa pela ruim.
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Giata will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Precisely. A godlike and a scholar, too. Incredible.
Indeed. Just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream
Conversa que tá
Scourge.
tendo com esses caras não tem nada a
Not
ver.
that we'd ever be interested in such research, of course. How droll. An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell. Did you hear
Hurry,
that Giata was
before they change
sent
their
into
minds.
exile?
Ugh.
Vamos ver a
Might
veia
have
do outro lado.
dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Those are no ordinary hands.
A godlike in Emerald's Den. Well, well. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day. Try and use their names, if you don't mind. It builds their confidence. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
Logo reparei, tem morto vivo
And what do
atrás
you use
dela.
for fertilizer? Other corpses?
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple. But my revenants are special. So gentle and
necromantes.
well-behaved. Most of the time.
My idea of a well-behaved corpse is one that stays dead.
Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong. Giatta Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? Especially when a renowned animancer is shouting at the top of her lungs in the streets of yore. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. Thank you. It helps that he's already dead. Silvo is one of my revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put a poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has gone. Thank you for understanding. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, we're killing a revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Vamos ver, cadê? Requeados. Cadê? Tá vivo ainda? Se ele fica no canto aí não tem como matar. Cadê ele? faz essa burrice cair no sol. Vou pegar como aquele cai. Sai daí, porque é de menu. Eu tô apertando pra soltar fogo. Ele me foi no canto do outro lado. Aí tá de palhaçada.
We've got other battles in mind.
Cara. Não vai dar pra cair pra dentro. Assim. Vai lá pra dentro, Sus. O zoom. Vocês inútil não só entrou pra dentro na hora que eu tava pra morrer. Vai, passa, desgraça.
Right behind you.
Fica emboscado em qualquer canto.
Come and get me!
Be sick!
You're mine now!
Who's ready for more?
Quem tá atacando agora?
I saw you reach into Beatrice. Find anything interesting? Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction.
Os zumbis dela são
Thank you for getting
venenosos.
your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural. Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. Quite right. A broken clock is right twice a day, after all. Adra is a conduit for essence. So maybe you'll find a connection between the essence and the Dream Scourge. Like the rings of a tree. A very old Adra pillar could remember its last brush with the Dream Scourge. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say. Animancers tug at the curtain between life and death. But only death can draw it open to reveal that truth. You and Giata are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
Eu tô nível 9.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
Ah, tem até um sino de vaca. O zumbi dela. Pensei que tinha ido pro lugar mais perto. Ou fui pro lado errado. Aqui, se não me engano, acho que é um portão. Não. Diminuir a distância.
diamante. Destreza. Vamos ver. País.
What else to get? What else to get?
É Danzer aqui. Não.
Oh, it's you. Leave me alone, all right? I'm not looking for trouble. Remember Wolf, the one who put an arrow in your heart? There aren't. That's why I came here. To get away from them. That damn fool Wolf with his head full of visions. When he wanted to resort to violence, I knew I had to leave. I guess you must have seen something in him I didn't. Hope your mercy doesn't come back to bite ya. Maybe I'm brave, maybe I'm stupid. I'll find out eventually. In the meantime, I can sleep at night. Good luck out there.
Só isso? Tá longe pra caramba. Vamos ver se eu acho um ponto de viagem. Viagem não. Ative algum ponto de viagem em algum lugar.
Here we go. Watch yourselves.
Os cogumelos que cadê?
That's one for us. This is mine.
Esse cogumelo tá mais fraco. Eu vou salvar, vou terminar por aqui. Amanhã continua então. Falou então.